So, hello you guys. Well, that was a weird intro. I'm sorry, I cannot do this. Hello. Okay. Hello. Today I am gonna be filming my April TBR. I was like, March? April TBR, yes. So I'm gonna be picking some notes from these balls here. I put all the books I think I'm gonna like in this one, and books I'm a little bit nervous about in this one. I took some books from the list on my audiobook app. Books I just have been putting on the list, and some books have been there for some years now. Well, I'm not sure about if I'm gonna like all the books in this one. It's just some of these books so many people have talked greatly about, so I'm probably gonna like it, but I'm still a little bit nervous about some of these books. And in this one, I'm nervous about all the books. And there's gonna be some classics in here, so yeah. I thought I was going to pick like 4 from each ball. Am I saying ball? Like ball? Ball. Sorry. Anyways. Okay, I don't know what's happening today. Okay, let's just take one at the time. So, a book I think I'm gonna like, and it's an Ember in the Ashes series. Honestly, I have no idea about this series right now when I'm looking at the name. Okay, I'm just gonna look it up. So, it's by Sabaa, Tahir, and it's a quartet. So maybe I don't have so much time. I did think that, okay, if I'm picking a series, I tend to I want to read the whole thing right away, because otherwise it's too confusing. So if this is good, I'm gonna read the whole thing. I'll listen to the whole thing. Because it's only an audiobook on here. Sometimes it's like ebook and audiobooks. I quite like that, so I can like swap. But this is only an audiobook. Okay, so it's definitely a fantasy book, and I think it's romantasy, so I think that's why I put it in here. So like a romantasy series that I totally forgot about. And it's about Lyre and Elias. And Lyre is I'm not sure how to pronounce her name. I think she's from like the suppressed people in this world, and Lyre is having a good life on the other side, and they're supposed to be enemies, but I think somehow they fall in love and is trying to save this world. So this could be a classic setup for romantasy, so that sounds pretty good. Okay, okay, I think I'm gonna still pick 3 others, just in case I don't like the first one. But before we do that, let's take a book from here. And I still have to finish 4 books over there, and then... Okay, this is gonna be difficult. Yeah. I have a lot of books to read. It's a classic. It's John Steinbeck and East of Paradise. I don't think I heard any negative things about it, but I usually just don't like classics. Oh, I don't know if I usually don't like them, I just haven't read that many. And I think they can tend to be a little bit heavy. And sometimes the story, it takes a long while before it gets good. So that's why I'm a little bit nervous about it, but I do want to get to this book, so that's a yes. I'm gonna do it. Okay, so that's 5 books so far. So like I said, 8 books in total. Let's pick another book from here, from the good jar. Okay, that's gonna be Station 11. I did talk about that in my previous video, that I wanted to read another book by Emily St. John. Yeah, that's her name. So this is a post-apocalyptic book. I don't know more than that, but I heard a lot of people liking this book and some people did not, but I think I'm gonna like it, so fingers crossed. Okay, so that's 6 books. Let's take another one from the bad one. Okay, I'm not supposed to look. Okay. Okay, I have one. Uh-oh. Okay, The Great Gatsby by Fitzgerald. Is it F. Scott Fitzgerald? Yeah. Or at least that's what I wrote. Another classic. I'm a bit more nervous about this actually. I did try to watch the movie back in the day. That's a long time ago. Maybe 10 years ago. With Leonardo. But I did not finish it. I don't know why though. Maybe the book will be better. So that's a lot of classics in this one. Okay, so how many books do we have? There's 4 on this one, and so 3 here, so that's 7. Okay. We're gonna pick from the good jar. Oh, okay. This is from Bennett. I wrote the title down in Danish. I'm just gonna look it up. It's called The Vanishing in English. I have it in Danish on my audiobook app. I have heard great things about this book. So it says here it's a family saga and it's from the 1940s to 1990s. Yeah, so it's about identical twins, and I don't know if they are like a mix, you know, one of the parents is white and one of the parents is black, or if both of their parents is black but they have lighter skin. It wasn't really clear on that. But I think it's supposed to show that one of them is trying to be seen as white and the other one is not. That's what I remember from what I heard of it. And then you see how their life is evolving from there. So I think it deals with a lot of heavy topics. I'm a bit nervous about that because right now I'm just in the mood for a good time. But I am really excited to get to read this book because I think it's going to be great. And there's supposed to be a series about it as well. So yeah, I do really want to get to this one. And if it is too heavy, I'll do it later. Yeah. Okay, so I'm really excited about this one. The Vanishing. Okay, I just decided I still want to pick 4 of each, and then if it is too much, it probably is, I'll just skip some. But yeah, okay. From the back jar. Let's take this one. Okay. So a little romance. It's Thorne's. Again, I wrote the title down in Danish. What's it called? Yeah, this must be The Hating Game. Yeah, that's why I wrote it down. I heard so many people talk about this and did not like it. I think there's a movie too. But then again, there was something intriguing. So I do want to read it, but I'm just nervous about it. Because I did not hear great things about this book. So I think it probably is an enemies to lovers romance book. Yeah, so that's gonna be interesting to see if I like this one. Okay, so that was 3 books that I'm nervous about. Okay, the last book from the good jar. Okay, that's another series. Libadugo. The Grisha series. I think I'm just going to put this back because I will not have time for 2 series. But that's a bomber though. Okay. Alright. Evelyn Hugo's 7 Husbands by, what's her name? By Taylor Jenkins Reid. I don't know. I'm also a little bit nervous about this book though. I did read Malibu Horizon by Taylor Jenkins Reid, and you know, it was like a 3-star. So yeah, it was alright, but it didn't live up to the hype that I heard about it. So, And this one has so much hype. I really don't know what it is about, but I think the title gives a lot away. And I know that in Taylor Jenkins Reid's books, some by character from another book is like the main character in another book. So I think if you read all of her books, it's kind of like seeing all the Marvel's movies, you know. So a little bit nervous about this actually, but it's gonna be fine. Okay, so the last book I am gonna pick is oh fuck, Babel by Kuang. Oh, sorry, the battery was out. Yeah, Babel by Kuang. There's so much hype about this too, but it just sounded so boring. Okay, I'm just gonna find the synopsis as well. Okay, so it says 1828, Robin Swift, orphaned by cholera in Canton, is brought to London by the mysterious Professor Lowell. There he trains for years in Latin, ancient Greek, and Chinese, all in preparation for the day he'll enroll in Oxford University's prestigious Royal Institute of Translation, also known as Babel. Babel is the world's center for translation and, more importantly, magic. So there's going to be, I think this is like a fantasy book, but you also really centered in the real world. Okay, that was confusing. I think this is a fantasy. It probably is, if there's magic in it. And then it has that really, you know, that vibe, you know, with old libraries and an old school. And I think there's like a mystery vibe in here. So it does sound nice, actually. But again, there's just something about this book that's making me a little bit nervous. So yeah, that's gonna be interesting. I did not tell you about the plot for East of Paradise and The Great Gatsby. The Great Gatsby, from what I remember from the movies, it's about this man who befriends another man who has these luxurious parties, and he's well liked, but there's a mystery to him. And this man has a love affair going on, and it ends badly. I think he's the one who's called Gatsby. So there's a mystery involved around this Gatsby guy. That's all I know for now. East of Paradise, I have no idea as well. Okay, let me check. It's actually called East of Eden and not Paradise. I said that because in Danish it's called East of Paradise. But East of Eden, and it's published in 1952, so that's interesting. It's about this boy that grows up on a farm, and apparently he gets treated really roughly there by his older brother. And then it's about him becoming an adult. I didn't read more of the plot because I don't want to spoil too much. I think this is on the heavier side as well. So that's gonna be, and I'm not gonna say interesting. Yeah, I am nervous about that book. Okay, but I do want to get to it, so that's quite exciting. How many of these I'm getting to. Maybe I shouldn't start with Ember in the Ashes because that's 4 books. Anyways, I hope you had a great time, and I hope you got some inspiration, and I'll see you when I have read some of these books. And I think I'm gonna try to do the vlogging thing. I do have a lot of projects here in April. I wanna take the camera along with me while I'm doing it and while I'm listening to all of these books. I need some practice with the vlogging thing. Did not go well the last time. I ended up skipping it because that was bad. Yeah, so I'm gonna do it again. The weather though just has to change a little bit. It's so gray outside and it's so rainy. There's not much spring going on here in Denmark, but hopefully it will come. But right now it's just really, really bad. So yeah, I'll see how much I can do outside, but that's really where I do want to work. But I am looking forward to do another video. So I'll see you. Okay, so I totally forgot to tell you about that. I already started a book that I think I'm gonna like and give 5 stars. And that is the last book in the Akata series by Sarah J. Maas. I finished the other books back in October or November, and I really wanted to, finish the series. So I already started that one, and I'll give you an update on it later, but so far so good. The last book, you do change perspective, so you're following the sister Nesta, and Nesta is like the sister to the previous main character, Fair, and she's a bit of a the B word. Yeah, she's not really nice, but yeah, she gets better, and there's also a lot of romance in here, and it's really smutty. I don't know if I'm into the smuttiness in these books, but I do like the romance in these books. But the romance between Feyre and I don't want to spoil too much in the previous books. Oh, that was just so good, really good. If you like romance, read these books. If you don't like smuttiness, don't read these books. But yeah, that's it. That's just what I wanted to say. Yeah.